Bitcoin and SpaceX, that's what I'm going to talk about today. If you look at the market yesterday, I told you in the update that Bitcoin is this close to a crash. That is still hasn't changed. I know there was FOMC, which is usually a nothing burger, which was a nothing burger again. I know crypto guys like to be like, oh my God, I'm going to do this at FOMC. I'm going to do that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't make any sense. On the long run, yes, it does. But ultimately, the only thing that could have wrecked the market if the FOMC actually increased interest rates, that didn't happen. So there is nothing to it. There is no need to overthink it and whatnot. So I'm going to talk about what the market is doing and why I still believe that this thing is going to just do something like this. And I also tweeted and I said that SpaceX looks like a good buy here, and I do believe that it is. So I'm going to talk about where I'm buying, how I'm buying, and what I'm going to do. So let's get going. If you don't know who I am, my name is 𝗏𝗏. I do these updates every single day, even when I'm traveling. So it's 5 to 10 minutes. I navigate the market, been here since 2016. If you want that, go and subscribe to the channel and join in the Telegram community where I post a bunch of my thoughts when I'm traveling and I can't really come here on YouTube. So ultimately yesterday I explained how this pattern that we usually see, especially on a higher time frame, you can look at the daily chart or a 4-hour chart. When you see something like this, usually results in a massive crash, as you have a sell-off, very, so to say, short period of time, a sell-off, meaning an impulsive sell-off, and then you have a climb back up to the supply zone that this sell-off created, building up a massive liquidity area. And that is exactly what is happening now as well. Nothing really changed to it. I actually posted in the community today as like, do you need an update or no? This is not like, if you see it's 9:37 that I posted it, and it's 10:13 now that I'm recording. So I'm usually actually asking it because I want to know. So guys, if you would, that actually helps a lot. But most of you said you needed, so I did it. But nothing really changed to this. There is a market structure shift on the hourly and on the 4-hour chart, and there is a massive impulsive sell-off. This was happening before the FOMC, so nothing really to do with the FOMC itself. A lot of people said, yeah, it's de-risking before the FOMC is going to get up, and then no. So ultimately, here's what I'm thinking. Nobody knows what's going to happen really in the market, but what I can tell you, what I see is that this here is the current supply zone, the local supply zone, and this here is the major one up here. I didn't move my stop loss because I believe that this here should should hold. There can be a lot of surprises. What is interesting is that the market is resilient, insanely resilient. So looking at the stock market yesterday, looking at Meta, looking at everything, there was $1 trillion wiped up the stock market, yet Bitcoin didn't crash. I don't know if that means that it's just completely exhausted and it's time to go up and the rotation can start from stocks to crypto, or it's just a manipulation that need more people. This does mean that it is a manipulation and it's just waiting for the right moment. And we're getting very close to that. So a lot of people would chart it like this and Can happen. I don't actually know, but what I know is that this is liquidity. This is a bearish structure on a higher time frame, retrace into the supply zone and then break below, meaning indicating that there is going to be a continuation to the downside, then a retrace to supply, then a new low, and then all you have to do is just follow market structure. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be away. I'm going to do another update tomorrow, and then on the weekend, as I said, I'm going to retreat, a spiritual retreat, so I'm not going to be able to post anything neither in the Telegram nor here, but the tomorrow update is going to be equally important. But there is one thing, so I'm still in the short. I told you about this. I have the swing short here on 2bit. Which is our partner. They are a non-KYC exchange available worldwide. Go and check them out. Link in the description. But also, I do have these short positions on Bitfund and the funded accounts. I passed one account, the $50,000. I told you about this. It's just about accumulating challenges. Some of you gonna fail. Some of the accounts we're gonna fail. Some of them we're gonna pass. And then once we pass it, all you need to do is just simply follow discipline and just get it. So I do have these 2 accounts to pass, and I'm gonna open more in case I do pass them. But let's go to SpaceX, because SpaceX, it looks like a good buy here. This is what I tweeted literally like 5 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago. And the reason why I tweeted this is because I told you in the community here long time ago. So right before the IPO, I was talking a lot about SpaceX, and I said that the problem with SpaceX is that a lot of people are going to buy in crazy and then just gonna get flushed. And I was telling this from about 210. I said that this is what I think is going to play out, and I posted the charts at 170, around 170. But already here at 220, I was talking about how SpaceX is going to be a complete rug on IPO. So the thing is, it was up here 210, 220, right? So SpaceX is down about 40-50% since I said that it is, but it's down about 52% from the top. Now, not only, if you follow the channel, you know that I'm very bullish about the 50% retraces, but also from the 50% level, there was a market structure, a very clear market structure shift to the upside. Now, This did happen previously as well. So I'm not saying this is the level. Bottoming is a process. If you look here, for example, there was no three. Oh, there was three consecutive candle, and then an immediate reversal here, right? And then still there was a new low. The difference here was that there was no 50% retrace from this level, right? So there was no 50% retrace here, and once this happened, there was. But now with this level here, there was 50% level happened. Then below 50% retrace happened, then 50% retrace happened, and now there was not just a 50% retrace, but a complete push through, and that basically tells me that there is a shift happening in the market structure and that this is worthy of longing. So I have taken, I deployed about 20% of my capital in spot, right, that I wanted to deploy 20-30% into SpaceX, but also I have launched a bot. So 𝗙𝗏𝗡, they are not our sponsors on the channel, but I use them because they're pretty cool. There's a link in the description. You can get some bonuses for signing up as well, and they have incredible bots too. And for example, they have this futures grid bot on SpaceX. So what I did is that instead of just buying at one place, this is going to start layering in and ride this little momentum. I still believe the stock market needs to crash a bit more. Now, I don't know what that means for SpaceX, but I do think there is going to be at least a pump here, right? And I want to participate in that pump. So instead of just longing, this thing is just going to buy and sell on the way up and reserve some. It's a long-in bot. So it's going to go all the way up to 200. You can just copy with a click this bot. There is a link in the description. You click on it, you deposit some funds to 𝗙𝗏𝗡, and then you can just simply copy the exact same settings, the exact same thing that I have my own money, and I put $5,000 in here. So you can do that link in the description. Again, obviously do your own research. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, and you can do it yourself if you want to. This is not copy trading, by the way, so you have to manage your own positions and everything. You just copy the settings that I had so you can launch your own position. There's a link in the description for that. Guys, the stop loss, by the way, is about 11%, about 15% of the position. So like if I put in $5,000, it was $750. If we get down here at 106.8, and then we'll just take it from there. Ultimately, please join in on the Telegram. This is where I can share my thoughts. And again, as you can see just up here, I told you long time ago that I'm going to be long in SpaceX at 100. It was 170, 180. Now we're long in SpaceX at 110. Join in the Telegram, subscribe to the channel. Come back tomorrow. It's going to be the last one before the weekend, which is, I think, is going to be a substantial update. And then if you want, check out this bot that I launched on 𝗙𝗏𝗡. Appreciate you guys. Much love. Take care. Ciao.